All right, welcome. Algebra. Today you got the Chapter 7 review because Wednesday we are going to have a test on this. Test is going to look pretty similar to the review sheet that you have in front of you on Kami. We're going to spend today and tomorrow doing it. I'm going to make 3 videos, one for each section. Each section is 6 questions long. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So this is the key that we are going to use. So video 1, we are going to do numbers 1 through 6. We want to add or subtract the polynomial. So remember, all we're doing when we add or subtract polynomials is we are combining like terms. We're looking for stuff that looks the same and we're adding it together. So you've got a 7m squared and a 4m squared. Both of them share the m squared. So I can add the 7 and the 4 together. 7 plus 4 is 11. And don't forget your m squared with it. Now I look for stuff that doesn't have an m squared. Here I have a 7 and a 7. So I need to add the two together. 7 plus 7. This is 7 plus a positive 7, by the way. And that's a positive 14. And there we go. That's number 1, all done. Now we got number 2. Here we are subtracting polynomials. Remember from sometime, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Or maybe even the week before. We copy down the first parentheses just as we see it, so 5x plus 7, and then that subtraction symbol right there tells me that I need to change all of the signs in the second one. So in the parentheses, I've got a 7x. That subtraction sign says I need to make that a minus 7x. It's supposed to be an x anyway. There we go. Now I've got a negative 5 in that parentheses. That minus sign out front of that second set of parentheses tells me I need to change the sign. So instead of minus 5, I need to have a plus 5. And from here, we can go ahead and start combining what looks the same. So I've got a 5x minus a 7x. 5 minus 7, that's a negative 2x. Now I've got a positive 7 and a positive 5. 7 plus 5 is positive 12. And there we go. There's number 2 done. Number 3, same type of deal. 6x squared minus 4x plus 7x minus 2x squared. I've got an addition symbol in there, so that means I can keep all of my signs the same. So 6x squared minus 4x plus 7x minus 2x squared. Now we're combining like terms. I'm going to start with the x squareds. I've got 6x squared minus 2x squared. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now I've got a negative 4x plus 7x. Negative 4 plus 7 is the same thing as 7 minus 4. 7 minus 4 is positive 3. So I've got 3x left. And there we go. Number 4. 6r minus 4r squared minus 4r squared plus 8r. Again, I've got a subtraction sign in there, so I need to change all of my signs in the second set of parentheses. I copy down the 6r minus 4r squared, and now I have to change that to a minus 4r squared minus 8r. That subtraction sign, again, tells me I need to change all of my signs. So let's start with our r's. We can do that. So let's do 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. Now let's do the r squareds. Negative 4 minus 4. Negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. So I say minus 8r squared. Now, can you start with the r squareds? Absolutely. And if you did that, you would end up with negative 8r squared minus 2r. Those are both the same. You could have either one. Just depends on how you want to approach it. All right, now we got number 5 and number 6, and that's it for this section. That's it for this video. So addition of polynomials. Once again, whoops, that's supposed to be an x, not an r. 2x squared plus 6. That's an addition, so I can say plus 6x squared minus 4. I don't need to change anything this time. 2x plus 6x, that's 8x squared. 6 minus 4 is a positive 2, so I have plus 2. And again, if you have trouble with that, just ask yourself. You start with $6, you spent 4. How many dollars do you have left? You have $2, so that's where that plus 2 comes from. Last one for this section, 4a squared minus 5 plus 2a squared plus 8. This is an addition again. So I can just copy down everything as I see it. And we go ahead and start adding. I'm going to start with the a squareds. 4 plus 2, that is 6. Negative 5 plus 8. Negative 5 plus 8 is a positive 3. So 6a squared plus 3 would be my answer. So that's the end of section 1. Stay tuned for section 2 and section 3. We'll be right back.